night band and singers over there. We're visiting with Trisha Yearwood, and if you watch the billboarding at the front of the show, you know that Ken Cragen is here, who is your manager. Right. Do you find yourself to be just a little nervous, or maybe trying a little extra hard on the show?
Nah, I got him booked after this. We're going to go do some interviews. I got some press set up for him.
Oh, that's
I'm his
right.
new manager.
His book, yeah.
Yeah.
You're working him now.
Ken and I have been working together for about 3 years now, almost 3 years, and he's a friend as well as being a great manager, and it takes all those things. So I'm really, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of what he knows, and I'm glad that he can share it with other people.
For our audience, Ken Cragen is the guy who has managed so many great careers. Lionel Richie, he was involved with Burt Reynolds for a while, managing-wise, and he's written a book about, about his managing experiences and how you can be successful in anything that you do. And obviously, since he is involved managing Trisha Yearwood, he wrote about her in the book. Did this strike fear in your heart?
No, after you've had so much written about you, and there was a book out on me a while back. Yeah. It's hard. That was hard to read about. Yourself. Somebody kind of documenting every move you made.
That was Get Hot or Go Home.
Yeah, and after that, I pretty much can handle anything.
That's fine.
So.
All right. Well, the next big move in your life, the next big step, your wedding.
Yeah.
Will take place here in Nashville. Now, I'm sure you may have read about this, but you will be married at the Ryman Auditorium.
That's right.
The historic Ryman.
Yeah.
Now, what made you decide upon the Ryman place?
Well, I grew up going to church, and since I've been in Nashville, I belong to the Methodist Church in my hometown in Monticello, Georgia still. Yeah. And I don't have a church that I belong to in Nashville, and I wanted to get married in a church. I just wouldn't do it any other way. And so the Ryman, was a church before it became the mother church of country music, and it just seemed like the obvious thing to pair my spiritual beliefs with my love of music, and so I'm really excited about that.
But the obvious question is, how are you managing keeping the career together and planning a wedding? Planning a wedding is a monumental thing.
I thought, I did all this really crazy things where you say, it'll be a piece of cake. We're going to keep this a celebration. It's going to be so much fun. Every part of this whole journey to the wedding is going to be so much fun. And I'm basically, pulling my hair out at this point because it's hard, and especially on the road because, Robert travels as much or more as I do with the Mavericks, and it's great. We love what we do, but we're making a lot of plans over the phone. The one thing I have to say is that he is an incredible man because he is helping with all of these plans. He's not just leaving it to me, and he's helped me a lot with the plans. So
yeah, Robert Reynolds is who we're talking about. As she mentioned, with the group The Mavericks, and I've never heard of a man helping out with the wedding.
He's a wonderful guy. That's why, if I can just teach him to cook.
Ah, yeah.
Well, perfect wife for you.
Hey, something else that might be making pull your hair out, they're renovating the Ryman Auditorium.
Yeah.
Is it going to be ready?
Well, when they said we're doing some renovating, I was really excited to hear about that because I thought, I'm glad because, some great old buildings sometimes end up being wrecking ball things, and I was really excited when I found that out. But I had no idea that this is a major renovation.
As a matter of fact, I knew you might mention the major renovation, and you're concerned about it. And the Opry Observer is a fan club magazine that comes out of the Grand Ole Opry, and they had a little picture in there, and we asked them to put it on the screen here of what they're doing inside. Now, this is the historic Ryman if you've ever been in it. And see, all the church pews, they are going back in, but right now they've all been taken out to be refurbished, and they're putting in, all sorts of new things in there to make it.
And the parking lot is gone. We walked through the mud. It was raining that day, and they said, before you can come in, you must wear a hard hat. Something gray. So I'm trying to at least hope that I can find one in white, in case I have to wear one the day of the wedding. I've had nightmares. My current nightmares. I get there, and the Ryman looks like that, and I have to walk down the aisle with a hat. So we're planning the hard hat wedding in case. We'll give them out to all the guests.
You could always attach this big, beautiful veil to the hard hat, and maybe nobody would notice.
It could be definitely be a statement to me.
Exactly. Hey, everybody's talking about the Rhythm, Country, and Blues album, where the country stars got together with the blues artists. You recorded with Aaron Neville.
Yes.
And is that coming out as a single?
Yeah, it's going to be the next single. They decided to release it. We got so much response on the song from a lot of the people at radio and fans coming up and complimenting on the arrangement. I'm excited and surprised, actually, because we got asked to record off all the pieces. And when I heard that they wanted wanted us to do that song, I was very nervous because you don't mess with Patsy Cline, you know. But the arrangement that we did, and with Aaron singing and everything, it's really different, and I'm really proud of it. And we did a video. Most of the video is footage from the actual session.
Linda Ronstadt has said that it's almost like a religious experience singing with Aaron Neville because this big man and this angelic voice comes out of his mouth. Did you feel the same way?
Yeah, I mean, I've sung with a lot of incredible singers, and there's something unique about all of them. But when I sang with Aaron, it was like that. I mean, you meet him, he's very quiet, he's a very gentle person, and then he opens his mouth, and that voice is from heaven. I mean, it comes from somewhere else because it just comes out of him, and it was like that.
Well, good luck with that as a single. I know right now you're working on a Christmas album, as hot as it is here in Nashville and this time of year, but that's how far in advance you have to play.
Yeah, I just came from the studio. We have a Christmas tree, and we have lights, and doing the whole mood thing, you know, so it's Christmas about 15 miles away.
Wait, does it work?
Oh, yeah.
It does
work, yeah.
Why didn't you bring us a present?
That's right. I mean, you know, you could have brought
It doesn't work that good.
Yeah, okay, I just wanted to know. All right, well, your manager, Ken Craig, is going to be out just a little bit later. We're going to take a break. Trisha Yearwood's here and more on the way.